Tell me.
I'm doing like this.
Oh,
Go.
okay. Good evening. My name is Emma Jean Martin, and I was born March 2nd, 1949, in Wilson, Louisiana, at 6 p.m. at home. And this was located in East Feliciana Parish in Louisiana. My parents were Virginia Harold Martin, and she was born in Clinton, Louisiana. She was 24 years old when I was born. She later acquired a master's degree in elementary education, where she taught elementary science. Her biological mother was Geneva Turrell. Her father was Mose Wilson. She was adopted at a very young age because both parents died when she was very young by Jack Harrell and Emma Barton, whom I was named after. My father was named William Edward Martin. He was born in New Iberia, Louisiana. At my birth, he was 33 years old. He acquired an ABS degree in agriculture and worked at Southern University. And to give you a little bit about the family, on my father's side, his grandmother was named Annie Campbell. She was born in the state of Virginia. She and her family migrated to the state of Louisiana in 1865. They traveled by covered wagon, I'm told, as those were pioneer days. They initially settled in Jeanerette, Louisiana, and later moved to New Iberia, Louisiana. She had several siblings. However, the only known names are two brothers, Johnny and Eli Campbell. Todiel Martin grew up in a small community of Spanish Lake near New Iberia, Louisiana. He also had several siblings. The two met, fell in love, and married at an early age in the 1880s. They were both hardworking individuals, as one had to be during those times. They had 14 children. The oldest was Virginia Martin. The next one was Joseph Madison Martin, that we know as Bud. Todiel Martin, which was my father's father and my grandfather, known as Shermy. They had John Martin, Felton Martin, Cora Martin, Victoria Martin, Dora Martin, Leo Martin, Abraham Martin, and Belva Martin. And then they had Helen Martin, the baby of the family. Two other sons, names unknown, died in infancy, as did Abraham. So this family was a hardworking family, physical family. Todiel Martin owned 30 acres of land in Iberia Parish, and most of the children worked on the farm to support the family. Todiel was also a good man. He used to help others with advice, and he even mortgaged his land on many occasions to secure loans for those who needed a helping hand. He passed from this life in 1912, shortly after Bud got married. His wife Annie died in 1950. Their youngest child Helen died at age 15 from a long-term illness, which we were not sure of what it was. The other remaining children went on to establish their own families. Shermy, which is my grandfather, had 4 children: Mabel, Will of Gina, Louisiana, Yvonne of Ruston, and Loomis of Detroit, Michigan. And of course, Mabel died of cancer, and she was deceased. Also, Loomis died of cancer, and Daddy Will, my father, died of colorectal and prostate cancer in his 80s. Both of these people died. My father, William Martin, died in his 80s of prostate and colorectal cancer. he was a fighter till the end. Also, my father, his father was named Todil, after his grandfather, and his mother was named Agnes Landry. We don't know much about the Landrys, but we do know that Agnes Landry's mother was named Julia Baptiste. So we were trying to learn more about that part of the family. And as we get it, we will share that information with you. I went on to school, and the same school that my father taught agriculture at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I got a BS degree in French and Spanish, and went on to Atlanta University where I got a master's degree in French, in foreign language education, that is, and worked there until illness. I could not work anymore, but still love the languages, and trying to pass it on to my siblings, and as well as their children and my grandchildren. I have grandchildren, and they're doing pretty well. I have one great-grandson, Malachi Amir Carter, and the youngest grandchild I have is Safira Sabri, and she's 1.5 years old. I have Malachi Ben Elijah Carter, who is 23. I have our apprentice Ezekiel Carter, Jr., who is 21, and Makila Shaila Duffy will be 25 on September 19, 2016. I have 2 other grandchildren, step-grandchildren. I consider them grandchildren, and that's Demetrius Sabri, and we have Kalila